Good evening everyone and welcome to Monaco. And we have High Performance League round 4 action. And we have cars on a lap already, and we'll start with Immortals. Monaco famously known for being a wheel circuit. And we've got some fresh names in tonight. We've got Star, HDL Watto, Quantum Bonker, and Josh is just going around the final corner hoping to beat Davula's 109.5, which he doesn't. It's a 10.091 as we go on board with Alfie. Discord happening to the stars. Tomo Frog 10104. Alfie down into the chicane. Takes that cautiously. So 52.5 for sector 2. Traffic in front has to have a big lift. And we've just had some times go on the board as we watch Alfie come across. It's at 1:10.8 that puts him into P8. Motion has a 1:10.8 also. Quantum Bonker 1:10.6. Mula 1:10.5. And Jaja Howell with a 1:10.0. On board with ARC Vettel with bottles and comes into the pits. Star with a massive lift. Rogel Bryan is out already. A huge incident in the middle sector. You saw his tyre attached to the right hand barrier. Good evening to Elmet in the chat. Hope you're well, mate. Watto's going to win. If Watto wins, I'll donate 10 subs to the HDL cause. On board with the fattest man on the grid, AMS Tomo. He's been putting in a lot of practice today. Skipped off a session of GTA with me, so I hope it's all worth it. As Josh B 109.4 is the new time to beat for everyone as Tomo comes around the final corner. Needs a lot of downforce to get his big fat rear end round the corner. 1:10.1 for Tomo. On board with Watto, I believe's on an in-lap, and he's missing a nose. Parker around the final corner is going to go again, I think. With half a battery. Interesting to see how he gets on, but we've already lost one driver. Pushing too hard as Davula sets a 109.2 now. Parker taking it very cautiously and is about 3/100ths up on his time. As we watch Parker take the right hander now down into the one of the most famous pieces of track anywhere on the Formula 1 calendar, and that is the Monaco tunnel. Big braking zone now into the chicane. Still you see Rogel Bryan's tyre there. He'll be sat in the garage now watching. Takes that second exit a little bit wide. Comes up round the final corner then towards the line, and it's a 6/10 improvement for Parker, and that puts him up into P7. How you doing anyway, J-Matt? Welcome in, bud. As we're on board with Schumi in the AlphaTauri, then coming up to a bit of traffic. It's actually, no it's not, it's Skills getting ready to start a lap, so it might give him a bit of dirty air around the final corner, or a bit of a tow, who knows. That's a, well, looks like that's a Haas possibly slowing down, but Schumi 1:10.6 now, and we'll ride on board with its Skills. Should have jumped in here, mate. 2 spots available. They were trying to get me to race. As Skills looks like he just kisses the wall there. That's an 18.6 for Sector 1 for the Aston Martin driver. Nice and wide. Just message Tomo, mate. See if you can jump in for the race or something. Oh, and he clips the barrier, and that is going to invalidate his time. Yellow flags all around. As we go on board with Minx. Start from the back. Minx is backed out and is going to go again, same as Skills. Hopefully no damage after that collide with the barrier. Doesn't look like it as we go on board back with Skills, and it's just him. Well, Minx is set. Oh, look at that lock up in front. And another lock up there as the Williams gets out the way. I believe that's Tomo Frog. Minx has got traffic, and that's gonna call, and Skills is invalidated again. So we've gone board with Muller now, who's 3/10 up on the time. Motion Hazard now goes into P3 of a 1:09.9. Star a 1:10.0 P4. As we go on board with Muller around the final corner then. Oh, loses the back end at the final corner. That's going to cost him a couple of tenths of time. And it's 3.5 tenths improvement up to P8. On board with Conton Blocker, as we saw him impede Minx in the last bit. Tomo Frog is invalidated. On board with Conton Bonker now. As you see him going into Sandavot. Looking to approve on a 1:10.3. Just over 2 tenths per second as we see him going into Mirabeau, and now down to the Grand Hotel hairpin. And into Portier. Nice corner that. Through the tunnel. Towards a noble chicane. And through to back. Big lift going through to back. A fantastic time. And down into Raskas. Get out the way, Williams. Hopefully that hasn't affected him too much then. Up to the line. It did cost him a little bit, but 1:09.7 puts him into P4. Georgia Howell's invalidated. So we'll go on board with Muller in the Alpine, who's not improving his time. Maybe it's all in Sector 3, the Alpine driver. That was a different one. Some people choosing to lift, some people using just to drop the gear and send it. through swimming pool. Into the pits then comes Muller. Remco's on an in lap, same as Conton Bonker, but Tomo Frog isn't, and he's also not improving his time as we watch him go very wide through the Novell chicane. Touches the wall on the exit to back, and again on the exit of swimming pool. I think he'll have bought this one. Yep, there you go. Oh, nearly invalidated as we ride on board with Minx as he goes up the hill now down towards Massenet and into Casino. And he's found 2.5 seconds on his time. Needs to find more than 2.5 seconds, and I'm sure he will. Got one car in front of him, which I believe is Alfie. No, it's his teammate and his brother Shumi. In fact, as he touches the wall now, coming out of Tabac through the swimming pool. Just a slight kiss on the wall as well out of swimming pool as he goes down into Raskas. Around the final corner then for Minx. Short burst to the line. Keeps it hugging the right hand side wall. And it's a 109.0. There is a 108 in the locker here for someone, I'm sure, as we watch Parker now, who's 7/100ths up on his time in the Mercedes car. Parker, who's had a bit of a mixed fortune start to the season. Many highs and lows, and we're only on round 4. As we watch him down into the Novell chicane, seems to just lose the back end on the exit, and he has backed out of that one. So on board with Shumi in the Alpha Tauri, who's just behind him, as we watch him come through the tunnel this time and down towards the Novell chicane himself. How does he navigate this one? Nice and tight, looks very smooth, and a great exit now. That will lead him on into Tabac. Big lift and a big break into Tabac through the swimming pool. Kisses the Max Verstappen wall and the exit as well. That's 2 kisses of the wall in 2 corners. Obviously a little bit of wing damage, and he hankers it right into the pits as we watch Alfie now coming through Raskas into the final corner. How is Alfie doing? Is he going to improve on a 110.8 as he comes up to the line? And it's a 110.4. And now we catch Watto going over the line. Watto does improve by 0.6, but that keeps him in P15, a 112.7. Not really anywhere competitive. Not as uncompetitive as Skills, who's yet to set a time, along with ARC Vettel. As we watch Remco now starting a lap, same as Davula. Motion Hazard is backed out of his lap, so it's Remco in the Haas, who's about 8/100ths of a second up. As we go into the crunch laps here in qualifying for HPR. Good evening, Spears. I see you hiding in the bottom of that chat. Oh, Remco. That's unfortunate. That's the end of qualifying for him. But Josh B, an absolute send. They're down into turn 5 at Mirabeau. And that's going to affect him massively. He might just have enough time to back it out and go again. But Davula now up to the line. Not competitive time at all. Conton Bonker just coming through Mirabeau and Portier. Well, how's he going to do? How you doing, mate? Tomo Frog has called it a day. The same as Shumi in the pits. Can't come out and get another lap in. Tomo's actually DNF'd. You saw his car there on the Noble Chicane. As was Contemplative coming through to back and the swimming pool and not improving on his time at all. He's going to go again. You can tell by the battery. As Jai Jahal goes up into P4 and Josh just has enough time to start another lap. As Minx is on an outlap, he's not going to get to the line in time. Skills 112.9. Watto is not improving at all. Vettel's absolutely losing the will to live in that Ferrari, it looks like. As we pick up, I think that is Davula coming across the line. 10th improvement at 109.1. Josh B then coming down. What's he got in the locker? Is he going to make a late claim for pole? And he not with cornering like that. That's the end of him. Remco. Quantum Bonker then the next one. What's he got in the bag? Has he got enough to challenge for top? He wants that car in front of him to get out of his way, I imagine. That's the Mercedes of Parker. And Quantum Bonker has invalidated. Motion Hazards backed it out. Tomo's invalidated. Muller has invalidated. So it is HPR Parker, one of the only drivers left to set a lap. Any improvements from Parker? The answer is no. That's going to be it for qualifying here at Monaco. And your pole sitter is Shock Horror Minx. And it is Minx, Davula and Immortal. You're going to be your top three for Monaco. Followed by Jai Jahal, Remco, Quantum Bonker, Motion Hazard, Star, Tomo, who's just said in the chat he thought it was full qualifying. What a whopper. Muller's going to start P10. Tomo Frog, who we saw smash it up at the end of the tunnel, is going to start in 11th. Alfie 12th, Parker 13th, Shumi 14th, Vettel, Watto, Skills and Rogel Bryan not to set a time. The race will be coming your way in a few moments time. Don't go anywhere.
just like the sound of it.
Should be starting any second now. Here we go. No formation lap, so we're straight into it. Foot to the floor and away we go for HPR Live at Monaco. And we head down into turn one. There's already cars scrapping all over the place, but no one looks like they've had an accident or anything yet. Oh, just as we go on board with Tomo Frog, who clutches the Alpine, and Schumi sends one down the inside and makes up some places there. What a fantastic view that is, as we see the two McLarens coming together, and that is Star and Conton Blanca. As you can see from the start, AMS Tomo's had a great start, probably bulldozed this fat ass through everyone else. And the top four all selecting the hard compound tyre, and Minx has already set off. 0.7 of a second is the gap. And as we start lap 2 of 39 at Monaco, it is Minx from 0.7 of a second. Remco's already into the box, so maybe some wing damage there. That won't be the only pit stop, as Vettel comes in as well. There's been Watto under pressure from Rogel Bryan, being cheered on by Spears and Elmet in the chat, no doubt. And I will stick to my word, if he wins this I'll donate the Big Ten. And he's doing a massive hold up job as Rogel Bryan sends it down the inside into Mirabel. And he was only going to wait so long, wasn't he? DRS already broken out in front. There's Davula, looks like he's being very, very cautious. Minx a little bit more confident, and DRS is broken. And Josh is about to lose DRS as well to the car behind. There is a very big split already in the field, as you can see by the timings. And the guys at the back already find themselves 30 and 35 seconds off the back of the pack. So Minx 1:12.1, the fastest lap we've had this evening, as we ride on board with Chunky down in the turn one in the Red Bull. No teammate tonight because no one likes him. Big lock up from Star. Oh! Can't park it, Tomo. Huge mistake from the Red Bull driver, which allows Star up into P5. Good evening, F1 Kev. How are you doing, mate? Thanks for jumping in for a league race around Monaco. So we're on board with the Alpine of Mula. Roger Bryan already up on the back of Skills, as we watch Mula going through the swimming pool for the third time, and it is a virtual safety car. Who is that for? Maybe Tomo. No. Skills into the box. Who was it for? Ah, maybe Vettel, who's driving around with no nose. So virtual safety car on lap 4. Surprised we got 4 laps in, to be honest, but there we go. And Tomo, just to add insult to injury, gets a drive-through penalty and a virtual safety car. Somewhat embarrassing for an esports driver, or a proclaimed esports driver. And we are back racing. That was a very short virtual safety car. Parker now chasing down Alfie in the Williams. You can see him being all cautious now. Big lift off. Misses the apex of Raskas. And that does set him up nicely for the final corner. Parker using a bit of battery as well. Gets that down to half a second. Alfie has a little wiggle coming out of turn 1, and Parker's going to be all up his backside going up the hill, but not a great place to try and overtake. And Parker, Tomo's in the box again. This is going from bad to worse. I can see him joining me in the comms box pretty soon. Minx is about to lap Vettel. That gap 1.4 seconds now, so on lap 5 an unfortunate Ferrari driver is going to get lapped. Jaja Howes managed to get back at Josh B. There's a little kiss of the wall there, does he? Just in the distance? Or was that one of the famous Cody's lag spikes? But Jaja Howe is on the hunt. Someone else who's on the hunt is Quantum Bonker on the hard compounder tyre. He's got a... he's pulling along Muller, and he's in pursuit of Motion Hazard in the Mercedes. Big lock up from Motion Hazard and clips the wall into Mirabal. What's happened? Alright, let's see what carnage has unfolded. Apologies. Only in HPR does this happen. The game is frozen and I've had to reload in, but Virgil Bryan gets a time penalty for track extension, which is highly unusual round Monaco, but it looks like Minx is still out in front by 2.3 seconds. Tomo has had to box again, it looks like. He's now on the soft compounder tyres as on tyres. Has the stream froze for anyone, or is it just me? No, looks like it's just me. Tomo Frog currently running outside of the DRS, so it's Contenbonker v Hazard. Cheers, Spears. Yeah, yellow flags in Sector 1. ARC Vettel now gets a time penalty. Trying to work out who that... I think it was for Tomo. As you see the cars flying past, Vettel and Contenbonker makes the move going up the hill. Yeah. Roger O'Brien comes into the pits and we watch Skills and Remco do battle as they go up the hill. Tomo the wannabe NA Esports, yeah. Yellow flags for Alfie, who's gone straight on at turn 1. Quickly cleared as he comes out of the pits, maybe was that? And he's going to have to go back in again, because that is wing damage. AMS Tomo coming round number 1. And Watto is just coming out of the box. ARC Vettel has called it a day in the pits, has he? Yep, he's called it a day in the pits. So Vettel, that's game over for him. Yellow flags in Sector 1 for his car. As we see Mueller now coming out of the pits. Let's have a look and see how many wing changes we've had so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wing changes. Vettel had 3 pit stops. As Star gets a time penalty. And that car of Vettel causing absolute carnage in Sector 1 is Schumi. Now gets a time penalty. Penalty starting to creep in as Alfie comes out of the pits and gets lapped. Watto has already been lapped, but maybe use that AlphaTauri to go up the hill, and Alfie has another moment coming out of the pits, and yeah, not a great evening for Alfie. Just can't seem to get out of the pit lane. I don't know what's going on there. But Jai Jahal still hunting down that podium position of Josh B. Remco has DRS and a yellow fuel. And Schumi comes into the pits now to get a new set of tyres. Lap 11 of 39 here from HPR Monaco. And it's been nothing short of pure chaos so far. Remco now out of DRS, so that is only one car in DRS of each other. As we go on board of the Williams of Alfie, Watto's into the pits again, and Watto has retired. Such a shame for the HCO driver. Jai Jahal that little bit closer now. Oh no! Immortals has hit the wall. Roger O'Brien as DNF there. You can see it on the exit of the chicane, and that will be, I think, possibly a full-blown or virtual safety car. Just waiting to see what it says. And that is for Roger O'Brien. Had a stinker of a quali, and now has had a stinker of a race just to top it up. Unfortunate as HDL Watto leaves the session. Hopefully he'll join us in the chat, who knows. Right, the only battle on track right now is Mueller and Starr as Josh, who had a wing change before, possibly deploy the undercut. Oh, look at that. Car coming out the pits. Forces an error from Mueller, who smashes all of his front wing. And that is unfortunate. Yeah, I'm still here, mate. Just turn my mic off for a bit. Just grabbed a drink and some snacks. As we have a safety car. And that's allowed the leaders to come in and pit. Quantum Bonker will come into the pits as well. So, and Quantum Bonker gets a penalty going into the pit lane for speeding under the safety car. How unusual. Yeah, it's caused some a few problems, Spears, that's for sure. Everyone looks like using this opportunity as Müller comes into the box. So Ferrari scoring no points this evening. As the safety car is still waiting to pick up the leaders. Might even do a full lap at this rate. And there it is, Minx.
He does not fox smash my door. Tell him.
Here we go then. Safety car restart in Monaco at the end of lap 18, and it's Minx leads from Davula and Jai Jahal. Almost everyone, I think, apart from Shumi and AG Cole, have taken this opportunity to box for another set of tyres. So when is Minx pull the trigger this time to go? Around the final corner he goes. And we're away again, racing at Monaco for HPR. And race maybe caught him sleeping a little bit, but not too bad a restart this time for De Vula. AMS Tomo, who has had a race weekend to forget so far. Thought it was full qualifying, so went to get a drink and didn't set a final run, and then has had more pit stops. William, good evening, welcome in, pal. Oh, there's contact there between the Alpine of Müller and Skills, and that's Müller into the wall, not for the first time this evening. Müller now missing a front wing. Skills with possible damage as well. We'll wait for that camera angle. That one's not going to give it to us, unfortunately, through the tunnel. Oh, as Tomo gets a 5-second penalty for corner cutting after a collision with Remco. That one will be with the stewards because that looked a bit dodgy to me. Schumi. Josh and Star ghosting there. And it is Star who comes out in P5. Russell in the Merc slower than Sargent in the Williams. Oh dear. You missed the streams this morning, William. The McLaren stream. What a big lock up there from Star. That's allowing his teammate just to sneak off into the distance, and the top three not within. No mate, comms tonight. I did F1 Manager this morning, bud. Yeah, I was done and dusted by then. So we've had three races and 3 wins from McLaren, 2 for Norris and 1 for Iwasa. So a great start for McLaren. Yeah, no worries, mate. E.G. Cole has left the session. As Mink sets the fastest lap. Quantum Bonker into the box for a used set of tyres, and De Vula's now 1.8 seconds away. Josh and Star going to pull each other around for a bit.
From the bins to the wins, from the bottom of the field to the top, we have had highs and we have had lows, but we all stayed here and never gave up.
You know, the guys have had a few pit stops when they're not coming out on new tyres anymore. Parker then on the back of Tomo Frog, and Schumi comes into the pits. Oh, he has a fresh set of tyres. He hasn't had very many pit stops yet. Quantum Bonker already on the back of Skills. 17 laps to go at Monaco, and a race that's had probably as much excitement as choir practice or a game of lawn bowls. Hazard's managed. Josh B's race is undoing itself massively here. Tomo gets another penalty. Let's run through the penalties. Tomo 11 seconds. Remco 3, it's Skills. Are you back in? You back in, Alf? What's your EA? Add me, the Rose 2014. Let me know when you've sent it. Motion Hazard gets a time penalty. Got a little train forming in the middle here. Everyone aboard the Josh B Express. Muller now gets a time penalty. It's Josh B that's playing the hold-up game. It's allowing Star to race off into the distance and put a bit of cover on the top three. Motion Hazard literally pushing that Alfa Romeo around. Oh, there's contact there. Motion Hazard looking a little bit impatient in that Mercedes. Have you sent it, Alf? Okay, mate. You've just been overtaken by Shumi, mate. Oh, okay. Remco now with a time penalty. As Tomo will be on the back of this train in a minute. Yellow flag, and that is AMS Tomo. Who is out. Yeah, I agree with you, Alfie. This is probably the worst track for commentating and racing. Especially, you look at things like this, look. Yellow flags are around in Sector 1. A Star now, the latest driver to get a penalty, and that's a DNF. We lose another driver. Good evening, Frey. How you doing, mate? So Josh B's managed to get himself up to P4. Tier 2 of this league. Motion Hazard must be doing his nutting. Someone's just clarted the wall though. Oh dear, Mercedes Emotion has now ghosted, and that's allowed Tomo Frog through. A slap of the wall for someone. Not quite sure who that was, but Motion Hazard now finds himself behind Tomo Frog, and if he was getting angry at trying to overtake one car, maybe he has to try and do two. We'll try the other league too. What, TIR? Shumi is riding the back wing, rear wing of that. Oh, that's Jojo Hal. That's going to be a safety car. That's on the pit straight. How's he binned it there? And we have another safety car. This is Sunderland, proper Sunderland. is Bert Mylander, mate. Bert Mylander's the driver of the day. Yeah, that was spiced it up a bit, wasn't it? A bit of a safety car. Bit of night time. Bit of night time. That Aston Martin safety car would have been nice. Nice one, William. Oh dear. Schumi and Parker have come together under safety car. I'm sure there's a few F's and B's in that party right now.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the
Safety
he
car
wants.
is in, and it's 10 left plus Alfie's AI. Quantum Bonker is already losing positions, dropping like a fly, and he has collided with Motion Hazard. That's going to be rear wing damage on that car as well. Josh B as well has had a moment, lost the front wing, so that's 3 incidents in the first couple of corners. Oh, there's another one. Parker span. Parker has been spun as well. Your AI's on it, mate. Up to P7. Quick, jump in for the last little bit, mate. Get some points. Oh, Parker gets past Alfie. Boom. But Tomo Frog finds himself in a podium place. I bet he didn't think that was going to happen. Oh, what on earth has happened there? Josh B's come into the box. Alfie's AI back up into P8. Schumi and Parker after having incidents on... Well, Parker after having an incident on the opening lap now finds himself back up into P6. Quantum Bonker Josh B goes on to a set of 16 lap old medium tyres. Josh B is retired from the session. 10-second penalty for corner cutting. And that's the end of him. It's a safety car. That did not look suspicious at all.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
There she is. Thank you for the resub. The boss upstairs, Special K. Welcome in the XTC crew. Fella the last 3 laps here at HPR Monaco, and as you'll see by the amount of drivers left, it's been an absolute shit show. Well, I hope XTC went well. Which team won? I saw I dropped in for a bit. Did my man Brent hold on for the win? Only a couple of cars boxed. However, it's going to be a shootout. No DRS either. Remco and Alfie's AI battling under safety car. Safety car is coming in at the end of lap 36 as we get ready to go racing one more time. Yeah, I'm on the pause menu, but we will be there. And then we are away again for a 2-lap shootout to the death. Davula spent the whole Grand Prix sat behind looking. He must be able to mesmerise Alpha Tauri in his sleep. Every time he blinks, you'll see the Alpha Tauri bit. Every time. Can he snatch this victory? Do they take each other out and Tomo Frog takes the victory? Very tight going through the chicane. There's a yellow flag again, and that is for Remco, I think. Everything goes out the window now. It's just pure speed, and who has got the balls to send it? As Davula, can he pick up enough momentum and enough speed? Oh, Minx has had a issue going into Raskas. Davula is sniffing blood. He's used more battery than Minx as well. As we start lap 38 of 39 here in HPR Monaco. And a race that is delivered. Remco has left the session. He's had enough. Maybe we'll get him in quickly. The invite has been sent. Quantum Bonker has a... Oh, what's happened there? That was a bit of a send from Parker, I think, as Immortals has left the session. Still, that gap for the victory here, 0.3 of a second, now half a second. And battery is being drained. Oh no, Minx! Minx has hit the wall coming out. Oh, and Davula's hit it in the swimming pool. How much is that wing damage going to affect? He's missing an end plate. The car was ghosted. I would have sent it straight through him. This is going to be a last lap battle now. Minx with wing damage. How much is that going to affect him as we ride on board with Davula? Oh, he's hit the wall as well. He's hit the back. Minx positioning that AlphaTauri car very well. Davula looking around the outside. Goes to cut it back. Portier for the final time. I'm not watching anything else that's going on behind. Parker's had a moment. Davula's had an issue. And out of Portier. That could be game, set and match. Even with wing damage, Minx seems to know where to put that car and where to get that traction down. It's not the first time we've seen Minx hit that wall there either. Davula then. Parker gets a time penalty. Davula, he is all over the back. Oh, he's almost shunted him off. He's skating his way round the final corner, but Minx holds on well to win here in Monaco. Davula comes home in P2. An unexpected podium for FRC Tomo Frog. Schumi's going to come home on the track in 4th, but be overtaken on penalty countback by Quantum Bonker, who finishes 4th. Hazard's 5th. Skills 6th. Schumi 7th. I think that's Parker 8th. And that is the end of proceedings here in Monaco. It'll be published as soon as I end it, Alf, and then it'll be on we'll be on YouTube in about an hour's time. But just to recap the final results one more time, it's Minx who takes 26 points as he has the fastest lap as well. Davula P2, Tomo Frog P3 from 11th on the grid. The winner of Rose's Driver of the Day as well. Quantum Bonker P4, has a 5th, Skills 6th, Schumi 7th, Parker 8th, Remco 9th, and Alfie comes home in 10th place. Josh B, the DNF with Jojo House, Star, Tomo, Muller, Rojo Brian, Watto, and ARC Vettel. That's the end of proceedings here. I'll be back tomorrow night for HTL. And I'll see you all then. But in the meantime, let's go over and raid Top Spirit, who's playing a bit of Wreckfest. Makes sense to me. It falls in line with what we just witnessed. But thanks for everyone for dropping in, and I'll see you again soon.